Scorpio, this is Lisa with the Poet Oracle, and today we're going to find out what's going on with you and the person on your mind. If you have been to this channel before, welcome back. And if you haven't yet subscribed, then go ahead and do so. That way you'll be notified when future videos are released. Whoa, these cards are coming out so easy. Today we're going to look at tarot cards, oracle cards, even personal messages. Just keep in mind that this is a general reading. Take what resonates, but leave what doesn't. And if you feel that any role needs to be flipped around or reversed, then you go ahead and do that. All right. Well, we start this reading off with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, the Ace of Cups in the reverse, the Five of Wands, and then the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So I will just say, you know, with these wands showing up, could be dealing with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, could also be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But with the Nine of Wands that shows up here, it's like there's somebody in this situation that refuses to compromise. You know, it's like you drop your guard, but they're not willing to compromise and meet you halfway. You know, it caused a lot of sadness. It was almost like this love was one-sided. You were showing all the affection and love, but this person wasn't able to bring it back. Or there may have been even rivalries in this situation, competition, whether you were competing with other love interests or you were competing with work or somebody's family, friends, whatever the case is. There was, with the Five of Wands, it's all about conflict, competition, fighting and battles and a lot of aggression and egos banging together, and it just caused so much sadness. With this Ace of Cups in the reverse, there could have been an inability to have children, or maybe you lost a child. Doesn't have to be, but it could just be that what you were trying to build in this relationship or what you were trying to grow, you were not able to do that, and it caused a lot of sadness. You know, what started as a very beautiful relationship and a beautiful love turned out to be a lot of struggle and a lot of competition, and maybe dealing with someone's temper, or they blew your temper up. And it really comes down to this Eight of Pentacles that sits in the reverse. You're dealing with somebody that didn't put in the work in the relationship. Very little effort was put in to building this. They just didn't appear motivated to want this relationship to work. They may have been a workaholic. They may have been very financially insecure, maybe even dependent, but they were careless. They were careless and unfocused. All right, let's get some from this deck. You were dealing with somebody with that Nine of Wands in the reverse that was very rigid, very stubborn, very my way or the highway type person. All right, now we get the Eight of Wands that shows up in the reverse. And, you know, this is all about things not moving forward, feeling very frustrated because this relationship reached a place of delay or stagnancy, you know, because of so much arguments and fighting. And it's like, it's really just being very frustrated in this situation. Frustrated with this person's lack of commitment, possibly. Well, no, not possibly. Definitely lack of commitment. The Page of Cups that comes up here. Now, the Page of Cups is all about a new love. Okay, now that could be a new person. It could be a new interest of yours. But it looks like you may be maybe even going back to school, studying something, learning something new. But this is all about a new love or something that you're very passionate about, that you're focused on, or you will be focused on. And that may be what's going to help you to heal from this situation. Judgment. And so when we see the Judgment card come up, it's like you are having clarity. You're having a wake-up call to where you are being pulled to, where your journey is pulling you to, and what your life's purpose is. You know, sometimes we have to be knocked to the bottom in order for us to see exactly where we need to go up top. And so it's like you are all of a sudden seeing everything so clearly about where it is that you want. And it isn't until you withdraw from a very stubborn person who's very set in their ways that you will have that clarity. All right. So if you've already walked away, because this came out under the Nine of Wands in the reverse, if you've already walked away, then You're starting to see things clearly. Let's get one. Okay. Two of Cups. What are you seeing clearly? Honey, the inequality in this relationship is what you are seeing. Now, let me tell you something. In the tarot, any of the decks, this is my favorite card in the upright, because both people are getting that cup poured into equally, but not in the reverse, honey. The Two of Cups is all about being very disinterested because of the arguments, the breakup, the separation happened because of some big blow up, some big argument. All right. The Fool. You're in a whole new path, a whole new journey. You know, this represents taking a chance to go on a new path, a new adventure. Okay, new beginnings for you. Jumping off that cliff and going in a new path and having that hope, that fresh hope once you separate from this chaos of this relationship. Oh, you know, this came out right under the Five of Wands. You may have felt very restricted. This person may have been very controlling, very territorial, and you can see, you know, this person's got their arms spread out. They're like, we're going off on our own and I'm free. Like, you may feel very free from this person now. The Ace of Wands. I'm telling you, you are having so much clarity. This is also feeling very, very inspired to create. This is listening to your higher self, where you're being pulled, where you're being guided to, because that is where your inspiration is going to guide you to that next path on your journey. Beautiful. All right. When this person thinks about you, what do they think about? The Five of Cups and then the Temperance. So Five of Cups that sits in the reverse. They feel like you're healing right now. You're moving on. You're recovering from this situation. You're balancing yourself back out with this Temperance card. Now, something could have happened with the Sagittarius, or it could have been in Sagittarius season. But either way, this person feels like you're balancing yourself out and you're healing from the pain of this situation. All right, the Knight of Cups that sits here in the reverse. When this person thinks about you, you know, they feel like they may actually have very unrealistic expectations at this point. And when I say that, what I mean is they might actually think that, you know, that if they don't do anything to try to fix this, to try to talk to you, to try to clear the air, make amends, things like that, that you might still come back. That's what having like an unrealistic expectation is. They also may feel like you're being real moody with them. And so if you are still involved with them, they may feel like your moodiness. Like you're just so like irritated by them or something. The King of Swords. And so when this person thinks about you, they think that you're thinking with your head now and not your heart. That you're being very strategic. You're being very intentional with what you're doing and the choices that you're making. And you're sitting in your throne. Whether you're a male or a female, you are sitting in your throne. And, you know, this really represents just having that strength to say, if I need to cut this off, then I will. And you see there's butterflies above, you know, this king's head. And so that just represents transformation and growth, okay, into just a very beautiful place in your spirit. I love that. I want one more. Let's go with these two more. Page of Pentacles came out with the Nine of Cups. And so with the Page of Pentacles, this person, you know, they're really feeling like you may have some kind of new job, new money, like your stability is changing somehow. And with this Nine of Cups, it really just represents that they feel like your dreams are coming true in some way. Like you're going towards your journey, your path, and you are being very successful within it, or that you will be. Okay. When you think about this person, what do you think about? Before we flip over to Oracle cards. So when you think about them, what do you think about? Okay. Two of Wands that shows up here. And so when you think about them, you feel like you waited long enough for this person to make the choice to put the effort into this situation, and they didn't do it. You waited for results and waited for results, and then they just kept bringing the same thing over and over again. You guys danced around it. As you can see, this person's dancing. You danced around things. You may have danced around things. There may have been a lot of passion, and that may have been what kind of kept the bond stronger for a period of time. Okay, all right. All right, we get the Nine of Pentacles that shows up here in the reverse. And so when you think about this person, you may feel like they set you back in some way, whether it be financially or just in your stability as a whole. This person was very jealous, maybe even envious of your success. They may have been a workaholic, or at least a workaholic at bringing you down a peg or two so they felt stronger. Now, doesn't mean that's what they were doing. We're just saying, what do you feel? So somebody out there feels that way. All right. No, that's too many. Wow. I thought that was just one. Weird. All right. We get the Six of Wands that shows up here in the reverse. So when you think about this person, you feel like you don't have any confidence in them anymore. You pull back. This situation failed with this person. You give up on it. You no longer have faith in this person. Before, you used to think that they stood above the crowd. But now in the reverse, it's like, no, you really don't. If you do stand above the crowd, it's not in a positive way. Okay, when you think about this person, the Eight of Swords sits here in the reverse. You know, this is all about releasing yourself. You feel like you have freed yourself from this. You've got new hope. You've escaped this situation to find your liberation. Wow. It's like you came out of this situation like a powerhouse in your spirit. All right, all right. I mean, you didn't have to come out that aggressive, though. All right, forgiving and learning, and then children. And so it looks like, okay. So with the children, it says your love life is being affected by children. It sits in the reverse because, all right, you could have children with this person. Children could have been a factor in this situation, but not anymore. Or you could have been dealing with somebody that was very childish. Forgiving and learning, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. It sits in the reverse. So it's like either this person still has wounds from their past that they need to heal to be in a healthy relationship. Oh, my nose started itching when I said that. Or you have things that you are not forgiving in this situation yet, and it's not allowing you to move forward and heal. I'm going to sneeze. That's so weird. All right, we got soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. It sits in the reverse. So you may have felt very drawn and connected to this person for a period of time, but you don't feel that connection anymore. And if you're a cross watcher, then flip the roles as you need to. All right, we get the dragonfly that's sitting in the reverse. Now, the dragonfly is all about adapting, changing, and healing. Things coming out to the light. And so there may still be things that you feel like you don't know about this situation, and it's causing you to not be able to heal appropriately because you're too focused on like what do you know? You know enough to take your lessons and move on. But it looks like you're like, no, but everything is not, I don't know everything and I need to know everything. That's for somebody. We got girl talk sitting in the reverse, and this is all about moving on, having fun, living in the moment, not living in the past, but living in the present. It sits in the reverse. All right, let's move over to this one. You know what? I feel like I need to get one more from this deck. There we go. Engagement ring sitting in the reverse. And so this may have been a very, very deep connection, and that's why it's so hard to get over. Okay. The hottest love has the coldest end. You got that right. Those passion love relationships, ooh, they can end some kind of frozen. All right, we have fall in love when you are ready, not when you are lonely. Okay, so you need to do some healing. It says life is tough, but so are you. I know that's right. All right, I'm feeling the Fairy Temple Oracle, so let's see what we get. We get two, so let's go with it. First, we have share, give, care, and save. Now, it's okay to give of yourself and to love, but you got to make sure that you're saving some of that love for yourself and giving that love to yourself, the same love that you give out to other people. All right. And then we have take flight. Yes, honey. Daring, bravery, and certainty. Okay, it's time to take flight. It's time to elevate from here. Take the lessons from this situation and move forward, move on and upward. And I love this card coming out. All right, let's get some personal messages. You know what? No, I'm feeling a little bit of these angel answers. So if you have a question right now, go ahead and focus on it. while I'm shuffling. But even if you don't have a question, let's see if you get any additional messages. Because it looks like you're going on a whole new journey, and that journey is starting with love. Peaceful resolution. Peaceful resolution. There's something better. I know that's right. No. One more. Success. So once you learn how to stand up to this person, stand up for yourself and say no, success, because you better understand there's something better out here for you. You are so powerful, I bet it hurts. Jealousy and envy. You may have been dealing with this person. This person may have been becoming really jealous. You need to do an energy cleanse, honey. Yes, I feel that all over the place. Let go of this pain. Life moves in cycles, and so should you. Close out the cycles you need to, and stay away from negative people. One more. Someone wants to talk to you right now. Regrets can be so heavy. And then this is a Theodore Roosevelt quote. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. So you got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe in what it is that you truly want. Let's get on up to a poem for you, and then we'll get some direct messages from this person. We got 2. Number 10, Lover. I spoke of a love that ended when it never had a start. I spoke of this lover that never loved the delicateness of my heart. I mean, listen, you were dealing with somebody that didn't appreciate the love in which you gave them. The beautiful love your heart was being offered. And what did they do? Disrespected it. Number 11, conscience. I spoke from my conscience and how it haunts me at night. I can no longer live with accepting the wrongs that once felt right. Wow. So you may have felt for a long time that this just isn't the way that love is supposed to feel. But you stayed. And so now it's like, I can't do this anymore. I can't live a lie for somebody. All right, if this person could say anything to you without their pride or their ego infecting the conversation, what would they say? We were meant to be together. If nothing lasts forever, can I be your nothing? Interesting. I assumed and made an ass of you and me. But selfishness doesn't become you. Lies you tell. Selfishness definitely becomes you if that selfishness is healing. There's someone else. Okay. So they may be telling you they might have somebody else, or they may be thinking you have somebody else. Maybe you do. Drop a comment if you do. I wish time could stop when I'm by your side. What a confusing message is. There's definitely a lot going on in many people's worlds, I guess. I'm in your corner no matter what. But it's too much on me. I never had this much passion for anyone, and I'm sorry I made you feel alone. Okay? 1 or 2 more. One or two more. I'm not ready for commitment. Oh, there's 2. All right. And last message is, you are a star. You force me to look at myself within the darkness. And I love our inside jokes. All right. Well, these are your messages. Make sure to come back and check me out again.